This is Mass Effect 3. The third and final, don't let anyone trick you, final game in the Mass Effect series. Here we go, this is it. We finished the first two, we did Mass Effect 1 and 2, and I've imported the save over, and I've set this up. I've done some fixes to tweak it, to fix the field of view. I've done some interface scale mods to make it the interface not absolutely tiny. And if you see here, this here a lot, this is a mod that is a lot of textures, is what it's called. And it's essentially, I don't know if it's a complete retexture, but it is a significant retexture of the game. Essentially, upscaling almost everything. Characters, guns, armor, just, backgrounds, making them all higher resolution. From the mod page, apparently the devs who made the Legendary Edition of this game cited this mod as a reference point for what they wanted to achieve with Legendary Edition. So I guess you could say that that's a good thing. I have that installed. So we're gonna start a new game and get into this. Port ME2 character. Jane Shepard, that's her. Time played, 19 hours, 55 minutes. Last played. Saved the Rachni Queen, rescued Ashley Williams on Virmire, chose to save the Council, saved Malon's data, kept Rex alive on Virmire, chose to destroy the Geth heretics, destroyed the Collector base, survived the suicide mission with 12 squad mates, did not romance anyone before ME2, did not romance anyone before ME2, did not romance anyone in ME2. Again, the Shepard doesn't care about boning. The Shepard cares about fighting the Reapers. Unfortunately, the face never, the default Shepard face doesn't stay very good. So this is the default Shepard face now, and it's not bad. And I'm gonna show an option once we get into the game of, we'll see. You'll see. So the game is like really dark for me for some reason. Okay, and we're gonna stick back to being adept. Boom. Turn the volume up a little bit more. It's really quiet for some reason. I'm sure that I won't regret that. Electronic Arts presents. A BioWare production.
How bad is it?
Bad. We just lost contact with two of our deep space outposts. There's something massive on long-range scanners.
Is this what Shepard warned us about?
I'd stake my life on it.
How long do we have?
Not long. I sent word. The fleets are mobilizing.
God help us all.
Oh no. 2157, humanity discovered that it was not alone in the universe. 30 years later, they found a peaceful place among the dozens of galactic species, but this idyllic future is overshadowed by a dark past. Reapers, a sentient race of machines responsible for cleansing all galaxy. 50,000 years about to return. The leaders of the galaxy are paralyzed by indecision, unable to accept the legend of the Reapers as fact. But one soldier has seen the legend come to life, and now the fate of the galaxy depends on her. I probably could have read that a little slower. Oh no, it's the child. It's him.
Commander,
You're not supposed to call me that anymore, James.
not supposed to salute you either. We gotta go. The Defense Committee wants to see you.
Sounds important. What's going on?
Couldn't say. Just told me they needed you.
Oh, it's right.
Now.
It's James. It's Mr. I started playing this game in the third
Anderson?
Admiral?
third.
You look good, Shepard.
What is word? The
Maybe
third
a
entry.
soft around the edges. How you holding up since being relieved from duty?
It's not so bad once you get used to the hot food and soft beds.
We'll get it sorted out.
What's going on? Why is everyone in such a hurry?
Admiral Hackett's mobilizing the fleets. I'm guessing word's made it to Alliance Command. Something big's headed our way.
The Reapers?
We don't know. Not for certain.
What else could it be?
If I knew that.
I'm certain.
It's the Reapers, and we're not ready for them, not by a long shot.
Tell that to the Defense Committee.
Unless we're planning to talk the Reapers to death, the committee is a waste of time.
They're just scared. None of them have seen what you've seen. You faced down a Reaper. Hell, you spoke to one, then blew the damn thing up. You've seen how they harvest us, what they plan to do to us. You know more about this enemy than anyone.
That way they grounded me, took away my ship.
You know that's not true. When you blew up the Batarian relay, hundreds of thousands of Batarians died.
It was that or let the Reapers walk through our back door.
I know that, Shepard. And
A
so
reference to Arrival, that DLC note he played.
You'd have been court-martialed and left to rot in the brig.
That and your good word.
Yeah, I trust you, Shepard. And so does the committee.
I'm just a soldier, Anderson. I'm no politician.
I don't need you to be either. I just need you to do whatever the hell it takes to help us stop the Reapers.
These are these are nice and crispy textures, I will say. They're good. This mod pack does a lot. Everything does look significantly
Good luck
higher
with that,
res.
Shepard.
Anderson?
My compliments to the chef. Really nice
Shepard.
textures.
Ashley?
I asked the Lieutenant Commander to come. Thought you might want to see a familiar face. Lieutenant Commander, how'd it go in there?
I can never tell with them. I'm just waiting for orders now.
Anderson looks way less potato than the
Lieutenant
original.
Commander.
Yeah, some of the characters
You hadn't
were
heard.
very low res
No.
in the
I'm a bit
original
out of the loop
version.
these days.
Anderson definitely did
Sorry,
have a
man.
little bit of
Didn't
Mr.
mean to keep you out of
Potato.
the loop.
It's not like you learned the Reapers were coming and didn't tell me.
True enough.
Admiral,
Come on.
Honestly, I don't mind this default Shepherd. It doesn't look too bad, actually.
You know the commander?
I used to.
Also, this is in future Vancouver, by the way. Yeah, the Systems Alliance Fleet Command or whatever is headquartered in Vancouver. So,
Admiral Anderson. Shepard,
What's the situation?
we were hoping you would tell us.
the reports coming in are unlike anything we've seen. Whole colonies have gone dark. We've lost contact with everything beyond the Soul Relay.
Whatever this is, it's incomprehensibly powerful.
You brought me here to confirm what you already know. The Reapers are here.
Then, how do we stop them?
Stop them. This isn't about strategy or tactics. This is about survival. The Reapers are more advanced than we are, more powerful, more intelligent. They don't fear us. And they'll never take pity on us.
But there must be some way.
survival at any cost.
Each of us has to be willing to die to save humanity. Anything less, and they've already won.
That's it? That's our plan?
What, did you want me to come up with a
Admiral,
grand
we've
battle
lost
plan for you
contact
in
with
like 5
Universe.
minutes?
The moon?
From the
couldn't
walk
be
from
that close
from
to
the fucking prison cell to
Get
here?
past our defenses.
Sir, UK headquarters has a visual.
We get to see London blow up. Everyone shh 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 shh. Oh god. take it as a mark of pride that the Reapers hit us first.
Why haven't we heard from Admiral Hackett?
What do we do?
We fight or we die.
The only thing we can. We fight or we die.
Who are these chuckle
We should
fucks?
get
Why
to
are
the
they in
Normandy.
charge? Oh, by the way, too late.
Oh my god.
Wow. I always found it interesting how, like, sudden this intro is. It's like, the game's been running for, like, 5 minutes.
Shepard! Shepard! Come on, get up.
And we're already being blowed up.
Here,
Someone
take
was
this.
really proud of that
You
look
gotta
back
get
point, look forward animation, because Shep uses it whenever they can.
This is Admiral
It's
Hackett.
animations are expensive. You gotta use them as much as you can.
What's your status? I can't raise the Normandy. You'll have to contact me. We'll meet you at the landing zone.
So this game, in the grand tradition of the series, some of the audio balancing is a bit fucky, so I will do my best to try to balance the explosions with the voices. As it seems, with video games in general, I find that music, too loud, voices, too quiet, and that's like consistent. I'm gonna turn music down to like 80. And sound effects down by like a smidge. Why is there push to talk? Oh, right, because there's multiplayer in this game.
What now?
And
Let's meet
better
with the Normandy
UI,
at the
or
space
better
port.
FOV even.
We'll figure out our game plan from there.
UI is also good. The UI by default is microscopic. You can't even fucking see it. It's tiny.
Let's move.
Oh, so I'll bring it up. So this is Default Shepard. And she actually looks pretty close to how Default Shepard looked in the other games. I'm actually surprised this one worked as well as it did. I even installed a whole different Default Fremshep. I wonder if I can... Here, I'll show you off. Switch careers. Jane Shepard. Jane Shepard. So this was my test run to make sure everything was working correct. So this Shepard is slightly different. It's a preset someone made that's influenced by the original the original Default Shepard. They're very close. You can tell the difference. I kind of like the other one. She looks better. This feels more like classic shitty original FemShep. I don't like the new default FemShep for that they made for Mass Effect 3 because I never used that one.
Let's move.
But yeah, we'll just stick with this. That does it. That's goofy, slightly derpy looking original FemShep. You kind of like that modded one, really? God damn it. This what it's gonna be now? This one uses, like, I think even custom textures too, so. Like, it's not bad, but I don't know. I don't know, man. So, okay, here's the thing. If I can apply this look to the save file at any time. You know what I mean? Like, it's your game, dude. Well, I'm saying, like, I'm gonna play with the original, with the default one, and if I want to, I can apply that to the save. It's actually pretty easy. You open up the save game editor, and you just apply like the shape of the head to this save, and it will look like the modded one. It's actually very easy to do if I have to do
Look
it.
out! How do you stop something so powerful?
I don't know.
Take a running jump. It's farther than it looks.
Ugh. Action. This
Come
is
on,
an
let's
action
go.
game now. Shepard can run and jump.
Come on.
And there
We
are
have to go this
ladders.
way. Looks clear. Let's go. Lieutenant Commander, you read me? I'm patching in Shepard.
We're almost to the Normandy. I've got Lieutenant Vega with me, but we're taking heavy fire.
We're about 5 minutes out.
Look, it's the child. It's the child. Did you see him running into the building? It's the child.
again?
It's the
Commander.
child. And
Damn it. Come on, we gotta move. Take him out.
my God, the game literally makes you do this.
I'm out of ammo. Good work. Let's keep moving. Have to take these things out the old-fashioned way.
Melee.
Hey, 2 ways to use a rifle.
I'm sure that child would be of no importance any further point in the game.
I'm good.
Nope, 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 nope.
Gonna need to find another way through.
Okay. So you do get to carry over your points from Mass Effect 2 and your skills. Singularity, Attic Mastery, Fitness. Let's get some fitness in here. Get some extra health and shields. I don't remember if I want this one or this one. Oh, that was warp. No, I'm thinking of throw. This one for throw. Yeah. So then you have your heavy melee, which for a biotic is like a blast, which is always kind of cool.
Through this way.
It's a child.
Hey,
It's him.
it's okay.
The child of no consequence.
Everyone's dying.
Get out of there, you shit. Get out.
Come on. We've got to get out of here. We've got to go.
You can't stop them all.
Shepard! In here.
Anderson, I'm trying to coax a child out of a vent. Game of Thrones child little fucker just teleports everywhere.
This is a
Is that a
goddamn
thing
mess.
in Game of Thrones? Like the TV show, I'm guessing? Is there a child in Game of
Every
Thrones that
minute
can
these machines
teleport?
are here, thousands of innocent people die. I won't be responsible.
You're not responsible for the ones that die. We fight for the ones left standing when it's all over.
Yeah. Maybe you're right. It's so fast. I thought we'd have more time.
Thought we had more time.
We knew they were coming.
And they still
No,
just
but people
cut
teleporting
through
around
our
kind of
defense.
became a thing towards the end. Oh, I never watched the show.
We need to go to the Citadel. Talk to the Council.
We'll go. If that's what you think we need to do.
I feel like a
Might be
hipster
the
asshole
only thing
whenever
that
I say
saves
like,
us.
"Oh, I read the book, but I didn't watch the show or watch the movie." No, I never. I read the
Council
books. I never
has to
watched the
help
TV
us.
show Game of Thrones. No, I read Dune, but I haven't seen the film.
You sure about that?
No, but you're a Council Spectre. That has to count for something.
If there's anything I've learned, being a Council Spectre counts for fucking nothing.
Thanks. I owe you one.
More than one.
More than one.
Grab some ammo.
I like Keith David. I like Admiral Anderson, Captain Anderson.
Reload. Let's keep moving.
You never got into the books mainly because for audiobooks, and I found the narrator just weird.
Lieutenant Commander
Yeah,
Williams, we're
depends
inside
on.
of
Yeah,
the
I can
base
see that.
wall.
Audiobooks really,
See you in
yeah.
3 minutes.
If you don't like the voice of your audiobook reader, narrator, yeah, I could see that being very much like a turnoff.
Lieutenant Commander, Ashley.
When that dreadnought blows up, I always love this scene. Very action movie, but still cool. Don't worry, Shepard tucked and rolled,
You
so they're
okay?
fine.
I'll live. Normandy, we're going to reroute. Do you copy? Normandy, come
Like,
in.
okay, Anderson's not like an old man, but he ain't no
Come on.
spring chicken anymore.
Friendlies.
You two all right?
He's taking these hits.
Get down, they'll see you.
Keep your head down.
Oh, I opened up. Okay, that was the first time I opened up the console. Shit. I want throw on that, and I want throw on that. I want warp on that. I want singularity on that. No, that I don't need throw twice. That can go there. That can go there. And pull I never use, but keep it there.
Nice shot.
So I do find one thing. I find 3 really makes biotics fun. You can get them to recharge fast enough that you can really combo them like crazy quick. And throw can eventually cool down in less than a second or like less than 2 seconds. So you can just be like whipping out fucking throws at people and it's really satisfying.
We're trying to contact our ship.
No. There's one in the gunship, but it's gonna be crawling with those things.
Stay here, son. We'll get you out of here.
It'll get you out of here.
Come on. Let's get to that gunship.
Let's get to that gunship.
They're not friendly, whatever they are. It's worse than that, even.
Bye. For you, it's all about the singularity flare detonation combo.
Normandy, this is Anderson. Do you read?
Admiral, what's your location?
So I learned in testing this,
By a downed gunship.
this
in the
scene
harbor.
here where you hold
I'm
out
activating
for the
its
Normandy,
beacon.
I don't think it actually ends until you empty your amazine. I wanted to say ammo and magazine, and I said amazine. Until you empty out your magazine, until you empty your ammo. Because I literally sat here killing these Batarian, like these cannibals, for like 5 minutes straight, just using biotics. And then I emptied the magazine, and then the Normandy showed up.
Hope they get there soon.
You and me both.
I can go all fucking day. See, like, they just keep spawning. this is the game. It's just become like a... It's become like an arcade shoot 'em up. I guess if you really wanted to, you could like grind biotic-related achievements here. Just a Reaper chilling in the background, like, yeah, dude, take your time, no rush. Yeah, but then you actually have to empty your gun to do it. I'm guessing, like the statistics from the Legendary Edition told us, most players picked Soldier, so... There we go. Dun, dun, the dramatic hero shot of the Normandy.
Let's go.
This is the best. I think this is the best looking Normandy. I think the Normandy, the SR2 Normandy in the Alliance blue, white, and black is like the best looking one. Oh, that looks good.
Welcome back, Shepard.
Thanks.
Shepard!
Come on!
I'm not going. You saw those men back there. There's a million more like them, and they need a leader.
We're in this fight together.
It's a fight we can't win. Not without help. We need every species, and all their ships, to even have a chance at defeating the Reapers. Talk to the Council. Convince them to help us.
What if they won't listen?
Then make them listen. Now go! That's an order!
I don't take orders from you anymore, remember?
Consider yourself reinstated, Commander.
I got my
You know
job
what you
back.
have to do.
I'll be back for you, and I'll bring every fleet I can. Good luck.
You too, Shepard.
This is the worst parole ever. You got paroled, by the way. Also, we're being invaded by alien robot squids. Ooh, another mod I installed. These pre-rendered cutscenes are now 1080p. They're no longer like the crusty 720 or however crusty they were. So they look a lot sharper. They do. There was even the option for 4K versions of the pre-rendered cutscenes, but I thought that was a little overkill. I think these look perfectly good. They're better than the original resolution. Oh no, not the child. No. Don't worry, it's only Vancouver. It's just Vancouver. And we get the title. Mass Effect 3. Oh boy. Here we go. A contentious game, to say the least.
Decompressing. Welcome aboard, Commander.
EDI, it's good to hear your voice. You flying us?
Seriously? That hurts, Shepard.
Hey, Joker, it's good to hear you too.
No time for chit-chat. We got inbound, and we are seriously outnumbered.
Understood, but we're not staying.
What's going on?
Anderson wants us to go to the Citadel, get help for the fight.
Bullshit, he wouldn't order us to leave.
James, shut the fuck up. You've been here for 5
You
minutes.
can see what's going on. Without help, this war's already over.
Then you can drop me off at the nearest depot, because...
Stow it, Lieutenant. You don't want to go. We get it. But this isn't a democracy. We're going to the Citadel. You want out? You can catch a ride back from there.
Commander, I'm receiving a priority call from Admiral Hackett. He's requesting Admiral Anderson.
Patch it through. Admiral, it's Commander Shepard. Anderson is on the...
Shepard, sustained heavy losses. The force was overwhelming. There's no way we can defeat them conventionally.
Anderson's already ordered me to the Citadel to talk to the Council.
First, I need you to Alliance outposts on Mars. We lose control of the system.
Yes, sir.
We've been researching the Prothean archives with Dr. Tassoni. We found a way to stop the Reapers. Only way to stop them. Contact soon. Hack it out.
Joker, set a course for the Mars archives.
Mars? Roger that.
Get your ass to Mars.
This is loco.
Oh god, James
Why
is
Mars?
a terrible character.
What does he think we'll find there?
I don't know. Yet. But if it helps us win this war...
James might be one of the worst characters in the series.
Grab your gear.
At least, like, worst companions in the series. Does anyone like this fucking loser? You prefer him to Jack? Ooh, I would much rather take Miss Edgy over James.
I've been trying to reach Mars on secure channels. No one's answering.
Any sign of Reaper activity?
Negative.
Edie?
The base appears to be online. It's possible the inhabitants were evacuated.
We'll know soon enough. Be ready, Joker. Just in case.
Roger that. Normandy out.
We're almost there. Still no contact from the base, but we've got a massive storm headed our way.
How long till it hits?
Half hour tops. After that, we're gonna have difficulty keeping up comms with the...
Sorry, I'm just impressed by all these textures. These textures are really good from this mod pack. Like, it's nice. It's real good. It's interesting that one of her powers is marksman, way back from Mass Effect 1. That's interesting. I remember Mass Effect 1. How many people playing this game have not played, when this game came out, how many people playing this did not play Mass Effect 1, I wonder? I think I brought this up during the last Mass Effect 2 stream, of like, I knew people who played this game who had never played the series, and it bewildered me. Cluster grenade. Don't like how I don't get my warp ammo. I get cluster grenades.
looks a lot bigger in person.
Come on, Lieutenant, it's not that bad.
Doesn't mean it can't kill us.
I'm more worried about the war back on Earth, or the fact that nobody here is reporting in.
Fair enough. What's that?
Over here.
Put grenades on 4.
Holy shit. They're executing them. Objective acquired.
Those grenades went fucking to nowhere I wanted them to go.
Those guys were Cerberus, weren't they?
Sure look like it. What's Cerberus doing here on Mars? Good question. You don't know? I'm not with them anymore, Ash, if that's what you're asking.
I like how Ashley's already still like, Cerberus? Cerberus? Are you a Cerberus? So one thing this game did that I do think that they tried to improve on from 2 is that 2 was much more of an action game than 1, but it was still a little stiff. Mass Effect 2 still had some stiffness. It wasn't quite good enough as like an action game, I'd say. And they did a much better job in 3. Like, Shepard is much more mobile. You can do like a bunch of fucking like, you know, these roles, and the animations are nice and quick and snappy and responsive and stuff like that. You can move through cover and stuff like that much better. So they did improve that.
Agreed. I need a straight answer, Shepard. About what? Do you know anything about this? What is Cerberus doing here? What makes you think I know what they're up to? You worked for them. How am I supposed to believe you've cut all ties? I used them to take down the Collectors. That's it. They rebuilt you from scratch. They gave you a ship, resources. Let me be clear. I've had no contact with Cerberus since I destroyed the Collector base. And I have no idea why they're here now or what they want.
Commander Shepard's been under constant surveillance since coming back to Earth. No way they've communicated since.
Sorry, Shepard. I just...
Get over it. Oh, sorry, I fucking peeked the mic there. My bad. I coughed at the same time.
Cerberus? Fine.
I had
done explaining
I had like a
myself to you.
hook in my mouth, and sorry. It's like the first time I peeked the mic ever. That was actually scary. The bar went pure red. It scared the shit out of me. Oh, here's this fucking comedy scene where the Cerberus is fucking chasing Liara in the vents because they're stupid. I do like how it's an interesting character reveal of of Liara, who was in the first game. She was like, ooh, I'm a naive researcher girl who doesn't know anything, and now she's just like casually shooting these people.
You're alive. Liara. I was worried when the reports came in.
She just casually just guns these people down.
Yeah.
Would.
Difficult to leave.
Ashley, I'm sorry.
James Vega.
I didn't expect to see you here, Liara.
Get fucked, James. Nobody likes you, James.
Why'd you come
We go
here?
way back.
Hackett ordered us to come. Said you know what was going on.
I do.
Hallelujah. Some answers, finally.
Maybe. I've discovered plans for a Prothean device. One that could wipe out the Reapers.
Here? On Mars?
In the Prothean archives, yes.
Great. Let's find this bomb and blow those bastards back to hell.
It's not a bomb.
I like how Renegade
It's
Shepard
plans
immediately
for a device,
assumes it's some sort
a
of like really
blueprint.
big bomb to blow up the Reapers.
It's more than we had a minute ago. How do we get it?
The archives are just across that tramway. Assuming Cerberus hasn't locked it down.
What are they after?
Yeah, they seem hell-bent on catching you.
They want what I'm here for. What we're all here for.
But why?
The Protheans came close to defeating the Reapers. They had plans to destroy them, but ran out of time.
And anything powerful
They knew what
enough
they
to
were
destroy
doing
the
when they gave
Reapers.
Liara those like
Just
deep
might be
blue
something
eyes for the
Cerberus would be
sequels.
interested in.
So it's a race to the archives.
We got company.
Bring it on.
Not this time, James.
What?
Get back to the shuttle. If Cerberus beats us to the archives, I need you covering the exits.
But...
Now, Lieutenant.
They're getting closer. We should take cover.
What?
Looks like they found us.
This is telling you that you can use your companion's powers.
Not a problem for someone with biotics. You can't hide forever. That's all of them.
Good.
Gameplay. Where's the helmets thing? It's like a selection for helmets. Narrative? Helmets. Off. Off and conversate. Off. Off. Default on. Default off. Helmet. We're protagonists. We don't need helmets.
So you've...
Why did Liara get stasis of all things?
Data on this weapon. You think it can help?
No, I didn't have access to the archives. Not yet. Hackett was arguing to get me access when... They've
Earth won't
sabotaged
last
the
long.
elevator.
We need answers now.
Don't worry, we're close.
There's a lot of crosstalk going on here.
Every favor owed to the Shadow Broker. The trail led here.
We could have saved a lot of lives if the Alliance had tried as hard as you to find answers.
This is a secure station. How did Cerberus get in?
Not sure. One minute we were getting reports of the Reaper invasion. The next, there was chaos. Didn't even realize it was Cerberus at first.
Could they be working with the Reapers?
Doubtful, but I suppose anything's possible.
Going to check on Able Squad. They're not reporting in. We're on native contact.
Excuse me.
We'll need access to the Pedway. Controls should be nearby.
What the fuck? Oh my god, there's an ice cream truck outside. I was like hearing music. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? There's an ice cream truck driving by. Holy shit.
Damn it. Security's been tampered with. Shepard, see if you can gain access to the Pedway. I can't seem to unlock the live feeds, but...
Hey, did you see that? Who's that woman in the vid?
That's Dr. Eva Corey. She got here about a week ago. Any luck?
Headway's been locked out.
Any follow-up on that, Liara? Maybe it'd be important.
Right.
Maybe
Looks like
she's
there's
in on it.
construction
Maybe she's
nearby.
the
We
bad
can get
guy.
out on the roof. We can find a way around from there.
Great. Let's move. Okay, everyone. Masks on, weapons at the ready.
Storm's getting closer.
Wouldn't Liara's head tentacles be really cold in this mask? Mars is cold, right?
What the hell? Looks like the Alliance is still putting up a fight. That tram heads to the archives. Once Cerberus is across, they're at the final security.
Commander, you read me?
Barely. Storm's causing interference.
Yeah, tell me about it. I've lost contact with the Normandy. What's your position?
I didn't read that, James. Repeat. Lieutenant! James! Damn it! Someone vented the air from this airlock shouldn't be open. No, you have to override security protocols. This is brutal, even by Cerberus standards.
Oh, shadows. Shadows are not playing nice. I'm doing my best not to try to... I don't know how... The dialogue, just walking around, try not to interrupt it as much.
What's our order? There's an Alliance force in here somewhere. We need to keep them away from the core.
Did you know any of these people, Liara? I recognize a few, but I can't say I knew them. As the only Asari here, I think perhaps I was viewed with a little suspicion. I spent most of my time researching alone, translating. I'm still not clear on what you discovered. Bits and pieces, really. Clues. It took them centuries to conquer the Protheans. In that time, the few Protheans...
So one thing I do think that this game, that the third game tries to establish, like,
survivors searched desperately for
they
a way
really
to
try to
stop them.
hammer in that, like, okay,
If my
sure, the Reapers are
translation's not
here,
correct, they found a way.
that's bad, but it's gonna take forever for them to slowly, like, kill everyone in the galaxy. So it's not like we're you know,
We need to
game
pressurize
over
them
already.
first. There we go. We have access to the labs. They'll take us right to the tram station.
Hey, looks like there's a recording of what happened here.
Security station. Come in.
That ice cream truck is still outside, what the fuck? Oh, there's like a fucking crowd of kids getting ice cream.
Doctor, I'll get you a report as soon as...
Guess we know how Cerberus got in.
I should have realized it when I met her. I was just so focused on finding a way to stop the Reapers.
Forget about it.
You did what needed to be done. Right now, I need you to get us to the archives.
Through the door. We're getting close.
Nice. Let's move.
Ooh. Gotta farm those renegade points. And then, when inevitably I don't have enough renegade points to make certain decisions, we have to go into the save editor again. So these are like DLC weapons, some of these. The Hurricane. No, I do not want the harpoon gun. What's the control for getting my squad back to me? C still, okay.
Right.
I like how this message is interrupted halfway through. So I forward you the last thing, and someone is depressurizing the area. Warren, secure it. Dead. Oh, Jesus Christ, this thing has like the worst spread imaginable. Oh, also heavy weapons are gone. Rip heavy weapons. Gone and forgotten. Is this actually a use where pull comes in use? Yes, it is. Don't say that about my cane. Rip cane, yeah. It's a good gun. It's a cool gun. But, yeah, they did not carry forward the heavy weapon idea into this game. Which, it kind of sucks, but I don't know. Where did that singularity go? There we go, there's that biotic detonation. Do we have anything that can crack shields? I would say that the action combat in this one is the best of the series. I mentioned it already, but like it does, just playing it more after not playing it in so long, yeah, it does feel, it still feels pretty snappy. The shooting feels snappy, it feels pretty good control-wise. Shepard doesn't feel as stiff as she did in the second game. It's like, oh my god, look how high res I'm assuming this texture is up-res with the mod pack, because look at that. I can actually read it. You gotta remember, this was a 360 game too, so that text was probably very blurry originally. Oh, that's something they re-added to this game. Remember grenades? Grenades are back, except they're just normal grenades now.
This is where they studied the various relics unearthed here.
What did they find?
More than I could describe in a short conversation. And they'd only scratched the surface. There are vaults filled.
So yeah, back in Mass Effect 1, Shepard had like weird-ass grenades that only they could use that were like throwing like hockey pucks that kind of skimmed across the air. They kind of sucked. There was really no, like, they weren't very good. Only Shepard had them. They were like an afterthought. The only reason they worked like they did is because apparently they had trouble working with the physics in the engine at the time of making like a grenade arc properly and interactions with physics and such. And then in Mass Effect 2, there was nothing grenade-wise. There was a grenade launcher heavy weapon, but that was it. And now back in 3, you have a bunch of different flavors of grenade that you have for every single class. Like, I've got cluster biotic grenades. Ashley's got, like, fucking fire grenades. There's, like, regular frags. And they work just like grenades. You throw them, they arc, and then they hit something and explode. Oh, yeah, well, technically 2 had grenades as abilities. Yes, you are right. But they were abilities, I was thinking more so in that these grenades are abilities too, but you have a limited amount. You can see in the bottom left, I have only 4 grenades. So I can't use that ability when I'm out of grenades. So yeah, like there was the flashbang and inferno grenades in 2, but those were abilities. They worked off of cooldowns. You could never run out of them.
Look out! No kidding! Is that the only way in?
You're right.
It's the only way I know.
I was thinking more so of like a consumable item that you run out of.
I'll move up
That
first.
wasn't linked to like a power.
Don't let it target you.
This is a little bit more teaching you about how you can sprint in and out of cover.
Damn it! Damn it!
Again, these are good. The way that this works is nice. It's better movement than the game's ever had for like traversing cover.
The turret can't fire on us from here.
Speaking of grenades. That is kind of how I use the grenades in this game, is that at one point I just throw them all at an enemy that I want to die.
Set up a perimeter. No one else comes across.
We still have teams on the other side.
No one! And shut down those cameras.
Looks like they've made it to the archives.
And it looks like they won't be sitting a tram anytime soon.
Can you override it?
The archives are on a separate network. We're completely locked out.
Not completely. What if we could find a short-range transmitter? Helmet to helmet.
And?
And then we convince them that we're with them. And the Alliance
everything's
forces
fine
have been taken
down
care
here.
of.
Just
idea.
just an accidental
See what you can
misfire, you know. How are you? Pull the Han Solo.
What?
The Lieutenant Commander has become very capable.
Agreed.
Commander, I found something.
I'm going to reprogram
Ashley did
this
find a
turret,
way to get
just in
promoted
case
over
they
the
send
course
a
of these
tram with
games.
some of their
She's
friends
no
in it.
longer a gunnery sergeant.
What have you got?
He's got a transmitter in his helmet. If I can... Oh. Oh god. He looks like a husk.
Yeah, not quite. They've definitely done something to him.
Engineered by Cerberus? They claim to stand for humanity.
They're using the
and they
Reaper
do
tech.
this to their own people. That could have been you, Shepard. For all I knew, that's what Cerberus had done to you.
Oh my god. I can't make you trust me, you paranoid bitch.
I don't have the time or energy to convince you to follow me.
I'm with you, Commander. I just wanted you to know why I...
Come on. Let's see if we can get them to send that tram over. Hello, this is Delta Team. Anybody there?
Where the hell have you been? Never mind, what's your status?
We're at the tram station, waiting for extraction. All hostiles terminated.
Roger that. Echo team will ride over and secure the station.
Think they bought it?
Wait.
They didn't. They'll figure it out soon enough.
He finishes that
We
call,
should get in position.
and then he goes,
Flank
"Wait."
them when they get off the tram.
Good thinking, Elsie.
He finishes that conversation and goes, "Wait, there's no women
Turret
on our
reprogram should give
team."
them pause when they arrive.
Wait, what? Does anyone remember Delta Team having a chick in charge?
Okay. Understood.
Here they come.
I would say that Cerberus sort of fulfills the role of like standard human type enemy to replace the three flavors of fucking criminal mercenary band you meet and you fight against in Mass Effect 2. Oh god, I keep jumping and rolling instead of getting into cover. I can read the text here now. Look. Look at how high res this is. Honestly, there is the amount of text, like I think in terms of the files I had to download for this up-res, I think there was like upwards of like 30, maybe 40 gigs of textures in this mod, so there was a lot of textures. It was so big that because of how Nexus Mods limits your speed if you don't have premium for downloads, they even offered a torrent option, so I torrented them so that they downloaded faster.
A squad of pissed off Cerberus troops.
Any more? Ah.
Right. Yes, it confirms my assertions about the value of the data stored here.
What was that? I don't remember that. Dramatic jump over the tram. Dramata. I think Ashley's getting bugged out. This is something I read that there's a bug with Ashley where something like where one of her abilities bugs out, and I guess I didn't install the patch for that. I guess I forgot. Cause look, she's just like Where's Liara? I do like just spamming throws, even if like they're not held up by like singularity or anything. It's just satisfying hitting them with a throw and watching them like get, you know, eat shit in the side of a wall.
Ash.
I have seen this cutscene like 14 times going through fixing this game and stuff. There he is. Evil Martin Sheen.
Elusive man.
Fascinating race, the Protheans. They left all this for us to discover, but we squandered it. The Alliance has known about the archives for more than 30 years. And what have they done with it?
What do you want?
What I've always wanted. The data in these artifacts holds the key.
How's it going? Oh, it's going great, especially now that the game is working, fingers, toes crossed.
People are turned into monsters.
Hardly. They're being improved.
Improved?
That's what separates us, Shepard. Where you see a means to destroy, I see a way to control, to dominate and harness the Reaper's power. Imagine how strong humanity would be if we controlled them.
With that data, I'll rid the galaxy of those machines once and for all.
Your vision is pathetically limited. You were a tool.
I like how the Elusive Man in 2 is clearly like
you were
not a good guy, but he goes like full evil in this game.
But like the rest of the relics in this place, your time is over.
Enough talk. Liara?
Don't interfere with my plan, Shepard. I won't warn you again.
Go to hell.
Shepard.
What?
The data, it's not here. It's being erased.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Damn it. How's he doing it?
It's local. Someone's uploading the information.
Hey, step away from the console.
Sus
Now.
lady. Ashley, you suck.
She's got the
You had a gun. I like how Ashley tells her to step away from the console and then proceeds to get closer to her.
There she is. Stay on her! She's getting away. Watch out!
I'm gonna aim and slowly walk towards you. Game, I've been holding sprint for like 30 seconds. You don't have to keep telling me to hold the sprint button.
Cerberus has the data.
Okay, you are speedrunning it, Lamo. It's so easy to stay up to her. And it's easy to dodge, like, those tech blasts. Like, I can fucking tap her ass right there. I'm so close.
She's getting away! Damn it! James! Normandy! Anybody!
I got this one.
So not only did he almost destroy a shuttle, but he almost killed us. Good job, James.
Normandy's en route. They'll be here soon.
Oh, no, you did destroy the shuttle. You ruined the shuttle.
We need the data.
She was actually not... She wasn't a sexy scientist. She was a sexy robot.
Let her go.
Orders?
Finish her.
No!
Slow-mo drama. Is the sexy robot spy like ever explained, or is it just like a Cerberus trick, like a Cerberus thing? Like, oh, we made sexy infiltrator robots. Because that's easier than just like getting a person to infiltrate. Me when the scientist in the Alien movie turns out to be a robot. I think she gets mentioned in the Cerberus mission later? Okay. I feel like the sort of last half of this game is a blur to me, because I've started this game a lot of times and finished it maybe 2 times, 3 times. Only 2 or 3? Yeah, I've only finished it 2 or 3 times.
Ashley needs
I started it probably close to like 10.
We have to leave the Sol system.
I know.
The Citadel is our best chance. We can find help there.
Get us to the Citadel.
By the way, reinstalling the texture mod for this, I've realized why these textures look so good is because they're all 4K.
See what you and Edie can learn.
So like, this mod is real good. They're all 4K crispy textures, so... Mwah. Second half is a lot weaker, kind of goes downhill after Rannoch for me. See, I don't even remember what that is. Oh god, anytime the game hitches to load, I have a heart attack.
Edie, can you clear this up?
I'll do my best.
Did you get to the archives?
I was there. So was the elusive man.
I was worried Cerberus might try something. Did you get the data?
Most of it. He downloaded some before I could stop him. Edie and Liara are analyzing what we recovered.
What have you learned? Was it worth the effort?
Preliminary evidence suggests the data is a blueprint for a Prothean device.
Device?
It's the giant space dildo.
Massive in size and scope that's capable of unquantifiable levels of destruction.
Send me the data. We'll do our own analysis. If Liara's instincts are right, this might be the key to stopping the Reapers.
I hope so. Lieutenant Commander Williams was critically wounded. We're taking her to the Citadel.
Sorry to hear that, Shepard. But we both know this is just the beginning.
Behold the Deus Ex
Talk to the
Machina,
council,
yeah.
show them what you found. With luck, they'll give you all the support we need.
And if they don't?
Do whatever it takes to get them on board.
Okay, the more I'm seeing this Shepard preset, the more I like it. I'm actually regretting I didn't play the first hour with it. It's real nice.
Commander. EDI is extracting data from the Cerberus machine. We'll have details to present to the Council by the time we reach the Citadel.
And Lieutenant Commander Williams?
I've done what I can for her. She needs proper medical attention soon. The Admiral's right. It's going to get worse, isn't it?
Unless we stop the Reapers, yeah.
I've looked at the data. This weapon could be the answer if we can build it. I get the sense you don't quite believe it, though.
I'm a soldier. I should be back on Earth fighting, not wasting my time with this.
If it's going to work, we need you.
She is pretty. I like it because it stays true to how she looked, the default Shepard in 1 and 2. It stays kind of similar.
At least.
It also uses another FemShep's textures to give her like a really nice face texture.
I'm sure the Council will see the need to help.
It'll be a hell of a short war if they don't.
It also had some of like the most cryptic instructions on how to install a mod I've ever seen in my life. I had to read it like 16 times to figure out what I was supposed to do. You had to get the textures from another mod. You had to install those with the texture mod installer. And then you had to make a save game, open that save game in the editor, in the save game editor, and apply the head morph so that it turns to the right shape. And then you made you saved that changed save, and then you loaded the game, and then she looks like this.
Barely got a pulse here.
Move him out.
Where are you taking her?
Where to Memorial. Best care in the Citadel.
We're not going with?
We need to see the Council.
Right.
This is why I never touch texture mods downloading or making.
Looks like they might be coming to see you.
Commander Shepard. Got word you were arriving.
Oh, hello. It's
Captain
Bailey.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, you too. Though it's Commander now.
Colonel Saul Tai from
Congratulations.
BSG.
Thanks. Now half my job is dealing with political bullshit and escorting dignitaries around. No offense.
None taken. So you're here to bring us to the Council?
I'm just still looking at these textures and how good they are. It's just like I'm looking at everyone's like clothing, and it's like, ooh, look at all the texture. Look how nice and high res they are.
The inconvenience and blah 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 blah. Meet them here at Udina's office. They'll be ready soon enough.
All right.
You might have time to go by the medical center if you want to check on progress over there.
Meeting with the Council is our top priority.
I'll head up to Udina's office now. Meet you there.
One of my men can show you the way. You?
I'm just a tourist today. I'll try not to get in any trouble.
Commander, we've got a situation in the embassy quarters. We could use your help.
I'll be right there. The other half of my job. I'll see you around, Shepard.
No doubt.
Bailey. Okay, so as you can see, the game is not broken, and I'll explain what was crashing. It was one of the parts of the texture mod. It improves all of the static lighting. So, for example, an example of static lighting would be like these floor lights. What the mod did is just up-res them very significantly to where they looked really good, really good. But because of something with the unofficial patch, it causes the game with those, if you have that lighting mod installed, it causes the game to go over its RAM limit, and the game crashes. So the game uses too much RAM, and it dies. The game is still, it's only a 32-bit game still, so it has a pretty low capacity to use RAM as far as I understand. So, yeah. But if you avoid that, it's fine. And to be fair, it looks good. With the up-res textures, it looks really good. Oh, here's a better example. See this light this light on the wall here? You can kind of see at the top of the, like where the light's shining on the wall, it's a little crusty. It's like a little pixelated. You see how it kind of blocks out there? The mod would smooth that out so it appears more like you know, more realistic in how a light would spill against the wall. It's just higher res. But that takes too much RAM. Oh god, it's her. It's Battle Tits. Oh no. I forgot about this character. Oh god, so this character is like, I think like visually and voice she's inspired by like an IGN journalist, games journalist or something. I have no idea. I didn't know at the time who they were. But like she's a character, and she's like a war correspondent in the game now. She was given a little like cameo role as this character. And she was famously, and there was the Gamer Poop, which was like an old series that did like YouTube poop style videos on popular games. One of them was Mass Effect 3, and it's literally like Shepard talking to her and doing nothing but like staring at her tits, and like her voice is kind of just like fading out as he just stares at her tits, and then eventually just goes like, "Report to the ship immediately. We'll bang, okay?" As you can see.
Commander, just who I was looking for. Diana Allers, Alliance News Network. I think we can help each other.
I suppose you want an interview?
Even better. I'm a military reporter with the show called Battle Space. We're carried on just about all Council planets. My producers want me embedded on a human ship, and I want that ship to be the Normandy.
Why would I want that?
Wars can be won or lost in the editing room, and this war needs to be won. I've got Alliance security clearance and operate without a crew. You get veto power over the segments I file. Can you handle an arrangement like that? Or do I keep looking?
Get lost? This Shepard doesn't care for reporters.
You're a reporter. I command a stealth ship. The two don't mix.
Well, I guess you'll have to win support on your own then.
She's literally like, she counts as like a fucking like 10-point war asset, I think, technically. We'll get into the war asset, so don't you worry.
Welcome, Commander. One moment, please.
Even these pre-rendered cutscenes look nice in 1080p. That's also a nice little mod.
Now arriving at Huerta Memorial Hospital.
Huerta Memorial. Huerta. Huerta.
Patient's stable for now.
That was touch and go. Good work, Dr. Freilich.
Narrow splint's still the best course of action.
I'll see if we have the required spatial bindings. Meet you back here.
Okay, so yeah, Ashley got absolutely fucked up. I do find it funny how they bring back this companion from the first game.
Had me worried.
Present them as like a companion, like like an actual person in your squad.
See how you're doing.
And then they get the shit beat out of them and spend the rest of they spend like a good chunk of the game.
Hang in there, all right?
With the recovering.
ASAP, you hear me, soldier? You need anything, Doc, let me know. Okay, Ash. You take care. See you soon.
Incursions by enemy forces are being reported in
I like how this is like supposed to be like the best care on the Citadel, and this hospital has like 4 rooms. Maybe a second floor? Ah, yes, we're the best hospital in the Citadel. How many people do you, like, support? Oh, like 8. We've got like 70 people working here and 8 patients. And here's Dr. Oh, no, it's happening. Oh, no. Oh, no, that was scary. Oh, Jesus Christ. It was going to be like the first episode of, the first stream of Mass Effect 2 where I ended up in the ceiling of Omega. I was going to end up in the ceiling of the fucking... It's Dr. What did someone call her? Someone said something funny about her name a stream ago or something. Dr. Cha... something. I don't remember. It was funny, though. It was like a play on Chakwas.
Shepard. there
Dr.
you are.
Chocolates, that's it.
Dr. Chakwas, you're here?
I'm working at an Alliance R&D lab down in Shelter Wards, coordinating closely with Admiral Hackett. I heard you escaped Earth in the Normandy, and that someone was critically injured. I came as fast as I could.
Excuse me, what did you say?
The Cerberus synthetic on Mars. Ashley took the worst of it.
You must come quickly.
How's she doing?
Very well, all things considered. I'm impressed.
She did it.
with
She
Lieutenant
came
Commander
as
Williams'
quickly as she
resilience,
could.
As well as Dr. Michel's expertise. I wish I could have been there to help on Mars.
You should be in the Normandy.
Your place is in Normandy's medbay, not some lab.
I couldn't agree more. You say the word and I'm with you.
The Normandy wouldn't be the same without you, Doctor. Get your things. Docking Bay D-24.
Yes, Commander. And thank you.
Don't thank me so soon. Remember, Joker's
I
still
did actually
And I'd
talk
be
to her
surprised if he's
about
been
when I was
remembering
testing
his
this on my
medication.
own, and I forgot what she said is actually interesting. She said that she was just like, she didn't actually sign up with Cerberus technically. She was technically on leave from the Alliance when she went with Shepard, and then she just kind of went back, and they're like, okay, I guess we could use you. You are a doctor and everything.
Welcome to Serta.
So sure, Shepard was a fucking. Oh my god, what is all this? I'll take the Metagel capacity. Flowers. Candy. Is this like gifts for Ashley? Is this gifts for people? And Love Fell. The collected Alfred Tennyson.
Thank you for coming to
So, in the series tradition, the side quests in this game are kind of weird. A lot of them are like intergalactic fetch quests. The chocolate is for Taligaris, books are for Ash. Okay. They're like intergalactic fetch quests where, despite there being a war against a omnicidal race of AI robots, you know, someone dropped their space pen somewhere, and you have to go find it and give it back to them.
One moment, please.
Just how it is.
Now arriving at Presidium Embassy.
I like how the embassies have changed like every time. Oh, I think this is like Earth. Now humans have their own floor. We don't just have a shitty room in the embassies. We have an entire floor. Of course, it's a shame that we're not on the ground floor anymore and we can't see the really nice Presidium of the first game. Seasick, Commander Bailey.
Commander, Councillor Udina said you'd be coming. If you'll follow me, the council is already in session.
Oh god, the council. Oh god, the council. Remember this room?
This alone. But Earth,
This is the room where Shepard told Saren to kill himself. And he did it.
By your reports.
Remember that? That was great.
The reports are accurate. Earth was attacked by the Reapers. A full-scale invasion. Without your help, Earth will fall. After that, so will everywhere else. And it's just the beginning. We need your help. everything you can spare.
This Shepherd is
Each of us
too
faces
pretty.
a similar situation. Even now, the Reapers are pressing on our borders.
It's distracting.
If we lend you our strength to help Earth, our own worlds will fall.
We must fight this enemy together.
And so we should just follow you to Earth?
Even if we were to unite our fleets, do you really believe we could defeat the Reapers?
I don't know.
I don't expect you to follow me without a plan.
Counselors, we have that plan, a blueprint, created by the Protheans during their war with the Reapers.
A blueprint for what?
We're still piecing it together. But it appears to be a weapon of some sort.
Capable of destroying the Reapers?
So it would seem.
The scale is... It would be a colossal undertaking.
No.
Well, how about you just give us some, like...
plans to Admiral Hackett.
Give us some
Remnants of the
concrete.
human
Give us
fleet
some
were
space
already
concrete.
gathering resources to begin construction.
Our initial calculations suggest it is very feasible to build.
If we work together.
Did you sack the council in
considered
one? No,
that
I
the
actually
Reapers
saved
destroyed
them.
the
I
Protheans?
saved them in
What
one
good did
because
this weapon do?
I
It was
like the
incomplete.
continuity
There
of
was a
them
missing
being
component.
useless over all
Here,
3 games.
Something referred to only as the Catalyst. But they ran out of time before they could finish building it.
Do you really believe this can stop the Reapers?
Do you have a better fucking plan, assholes?
It sure as hell beats standing around and arguing about it. And while I haven't always agreed with Udina, he's right about this. We need to stand together, now more than ever. The Reapers won't stop at Earth. They'll destroy every organic being in the galaxy if we don't find a way to stop them.
Surely you could find, like, some planet out in the middle of nowhere and just, like, live there, right?
Is that
And the
while
Reapers
the
would
Reapers
miss you.
focus on Earth, we can prepare and regroup.
We are convening a summit amongst our species. If we can manage to secure our own borders, we may once again consider aiding you.
I'm sorry, Commander. That is the best
I don't
we
know
can
why.
do.
Udina looks weird in this game. Udina looks like he started to dye his hair.
Shepard, meet me in my office.
Wasn't he, like, gray
I hope that's an offer of
in
support.
the other games?
I'll be digging up what I can on this Prothean device, Shepard.
They're a bunch of self-concerned jackasses, Shepard. We may have a spot in the Council, but humanity will always be considered second rate.
How can they be
It's
so
like he started
blind?
dyeing his hair and he got, like, a tan. He's been sunning himself.
Looking out for themselves.
Our people are scared.
Because
And
he
we are
was
looking
very
out for
he
them
was
the
very
best we
graying
know
and, like,
how.
pretty pasty in the
Counselor.
originals in the other 2 games.
Commander, I can't give you what you need, but I can tell you how to get it.
I'm listening.
Primarch Fedorian called the War Summit, but we lost contact with him when the Reapers hit Palaven. Those meetings won't proceed without him. The Normandy is one of the few ships that can extract Primarch Fedorian undetected.
He's getting old and trying to hide it.
I told you this would happen and you did nothing.
We can argue the past later if you like. But the leaders of this summit will be the ones deciding our future. The fate of our fleets, where they fight, and with whom. A grateful Primarch would be a tremendous ally in your bid to unite us.
We're at war and you want me to play politician?
If it gets you what you need, what does it matter?
I hate everyone in this galaxy.
Our latest intelligence says that the Primarch was moved to a base on Palaven's largest moon. I've done all I can to help. The rest is up to you. There is one other thing. The Council wanted me to tell you, we've chosen to uphold your Spectre status. And various resources will be made available to you. Good day.
Well, that went well.
It's a start. I'll talk to the others in the meantime. See if we can support this summit. Move things along.
Thanks.
Okay, so I think they kind of just like Udina's evil. I remember that. Udina's evil in this one. He's just straight up like he's working for Cerberus, I think. I don't know if it's like a if it was like a sudden thing or if he's been evil the whole time. I think they kind of just went like, well, Udina's been a giant dickhole in every game, so we're just gonna let him embrace it. So here's your like Spectre room, and you can get some Spectre stuff. these ridiculously expensive Spectre guns. The M77 Paladin. The M11 Wraith. The Black Widow. I think this is a shooting range if you want to test out your guns, which is neat. Counselor Udina. I don't think I have anything to say to Bailey. Oh,
there
never
is
mind.
no anti-humanity.
Oh no, it's her. It's her.
Simply not granting interviews at this time.
My viewers are going to know that CSEC and the Council are denying them access.
Listen, lady, you think I like playing gatekeeper between the paparazzi and the politicians? I don't have time to babysit them, and I'm not here to hold your hand.
Well, I'm camping out until I'm granted an audience.
Fine. I hope you brought a sleeping bag.
Commander Shepard? Commander, humanity has questions.
Damn press.
See, you're keeping the peace.
Punch her, it's funny. I know it's funny.
I feel like a glorified doorman.
Most people would see it as a move up.
Wedged in here with all the stuffed shirts? I'd rather be back down on the streets. I appreciate the higher pay grade, but I'm not a political creature.
I don't know why, but like, I don't know if it's a texture mod or if just how he looks in 3, but Bailey's got like the Giga Chad face going on.
Politicians are the weeds of the galaxy.
If that was a bumper sticker,
look at his
I'd
chin.
stick it right here in my desk. It's killing me about Earth.
You could load Bailey into a missile and he'd be armor piercing with that chin. Look at it.
Never. If this ain't the end of days, it's pretty damn close.
Oh boy. So the thing is that I have not actually punched her in any of the games in this playthrough. I think it's the easy choice. It's the one everyone takes. Oh, haha, punch the reporter.
Commander Shepard, Khalisah bint Sin and Al-Jalani. Isn't it true that you were on Earth when the Reapers attacked? How do you justify running away while millions of people on Earth die? Is that the best we can...
I've had enough of your tabloid journalism.
Ha! You want...
You're angry. I get that. But I came here to get help for Earth, not answer your questions. Stay down.
And she dies right there. What is the other way of handling this? I'm curious.
Commander Shepard, Khalisah bint Sin and Al-Jalani. Isn't it true that you were on Earth when the Reapers attacked? How do you justify running
Shepard looked
away
like she just
while
woke up
millions
right
of people
then.
on Earth die? Is that the best we can expect from the Alliance?
I came to get help for Earth. For everyone.
What about all the people suffering while you play politics with the Council? What about them? How can you stand here while our families die? What are you going to do?
The same thing I've been doing for the past 3 years. Find a way to stop the Reapers. Get some help, Khalisah. I have work to do.
Oh, well, that sucked. I'm going to stick with the puncher. There's a Paragon interrupt there as well. And I remember the Paragon interrupt is like, you tell her like, hey, you're upset and sad and everything. And you get her as like a war asset, but punching her in the face is funny. Shepard has... Oh, I went to the wrong place. Shit. Shepard has resisted punching her for, like, fucking 3 years, and now has finally just given in.
One moment, please. Now arriving at docking bay D-24.
Is there nothing else to explore on the Citadel yet? I think it's... Huh. I do find it interesting that, like, this is a game, I think this game takes a while before it kind of lets you off the hook. Like, lets you off of, like... I feel like the other games would have kind of let you have a bit more free roam at this point. Like, by the time you're done your first trip to the Citadel in Mass Effect 1, you're given your choice of going to 3 different locations. In any order you want. Also, here's a nightmare sequence, because of course. Oh no, it's the child. It's the child. Oh, it's him. Oh no, he got blowed up by a Reaper. Of all the things to give Shepard PTSD, this was the one. Oh great, thanks. Perfect fucking timing. Like his run anime, he just disappears. Oh no. Oh god.
Liara, can I help you?
I've been forwarding the Turian Counselor information on the Prothean device. It can't be built without Council support, but he's not budging until their
Shepard just had like a huge bean burrito and then just fucking fell asleep.
Just shaking off some sleep.
Commander Shepard, I'm Specialist... Oh. I beg your pardon. I thought you were...
Oh no, it's the British replacement for it's the British replacement for Yeoman Chambers.
Commander Shepard, I'm Comm Specialist Samantha Traynor
with
Alliance R&D. I was part of the team retrofitting the Normandy after you turned it over to the Alliance. There weren't many of us aboard when the Reapers hit.
I need the Normandy functional. What exactly have you done to my ship?
We upgraded communications and removed most of the Cerberus tech, Commander.
Meaning?
The ship's in line with Alliance regs now, and it has new, top-of-the-line, quantum entanglement communicators. In fact, Admiral Anderson had intended to use the Normandy as his mobile command center.
That's no longer an option.
Yes, I heard he chose to stay and fight. In any event,
I like how she's just like a technician who's like, oh, I'm stuck aboard this warship now. Oopsie doops.
They only sent me here to oversee the retrofits.
Shepard, some of our systems require further testing, and Specialist Traynor has been extremely effective during installation. I would prefer that she remain.
Got it, EDI.
Oh, wait, since when does a virtual intelligence make requests?
EDI's an AI. Fully self-aware.
Oh, I knew it. I knew Joker was lying.
Jeff requested that I pretend to be a simple VI to protect myself. I apologize for the deception.
Thanks, EDI, and I apologize for all those times I talked about how... attractive your voice was.
You didn't have to say that, Traynor. You could have just kept that to yourself. You didn't have to say that. That could have been private between you and EDI. You could have just not said that.
You can set the Normandy's destination. You can also check your messages at
I
your
think
private
she would
terminal.
understand.
The War Room houses a strategic command center for mission-specific intel and war analysis. The shuttle bay contains an armory where you can modify your equipment between missions.
But also...
Finally, Liara has set up a lot of hardware down in the old XO office on Deck 3. I think she's claimed that room. And there you are. Still the same ship as before, it just flies Alliance colors now. Speaking of which, I believe Admiral Hackett would like to speak
Okay,
to you at the
so Edie pretended to be a VI to not be like, so people wouldn't question, oh, AI, that's iffy. That's technically illegal.
Commander, Udina updated me on your meeting with the Council.
But, like, is the Alliance stupid?
Sounds like they're running scared.
Is the Alliance dumb? Like, there was a whole room that literally said AI core, and there's like 1,000 computers running Edie in there.
Day one. I'm done with them.
Then what's your plan?
I'm trying to get the
Alliance
Turian
stupid,
Primarch
yes.
for a summit meeting with the Asari and
100%
Solarians.
yes.
I'll bypass the Council and appeal directly to their leadership.
That's good.
Like, there's a whole room that's just her, like, room where she is physically, and it's like super hyper-cooled gaming rig for artificial intelligence.
Gather everything and everybody you can for the cause.
What about the Prothean device?
Find me people who can help build it, and if you can't, I'll take ships, soldiers, supplies, whatever you can get. We need to keep hitting the Reapers across every theater of war they open. Buy us time to figure out the device.
Have you met half the people in charge of anything in this game? They're all morons.
We pool all our resources.
Yeah, I guess.
Think of it as
We're talking to, like, right now we're speaking to one of the only competent people in leadership positions in this entire series.
Make that armada, the better the chances of punching through.
You can count on it, sir.
Admiral Hackett has been consistently... Admiral Hackett has been consistently reasonable and helpful, and in this entire series.
I understand, Admiral.
Good. Then make it happen, Commander. I'll be expecting regular updates on your progress. Hack it out.
All right. So here are your war assets. So the idea is that you have assets that you find throughout the games, or you get them from the previous games, you get them for finding stuff in this game. They're individuals, armies, soldiers, weapons, equipment, etc. that are all sort of kind of summed up under like a number to say like the strength of the force against the Reapers. And you have to have a good amount to fight them. Oh. The Fifth Fleet's all fucked up. I like how the Normandy counts almost as much as 2 Alliance fleets. Granted, these are been destroyed after the first Battle of the Citadel. Oh, Commander Shepard uncovered significant elemental deposits while scanning with the Normandy SR2. So it's funny. All of those materials I used a mod to get. I used the mod in Mass Effect 2 that literally sucks up all the resources in a single scan. Oh, and then here's the war map. And the war map here is for the multiplayer. So you go into the multiplayer, and depending on like you each multiplayer level is in a different part of the galaxy, and you raise the readiness of the galaxy in each sector. And yeah. And by the way, I tried it. The multiplayer still works. The multiplayer still works, and there are people playing it. I actually played a couple games. It was I might actually do that like on stream too. You know, near the end of the game or whatever. I'll play a couple games of it. How the hell did you do that? My alliance war assets are like 550. Well, what are mine? 1,000. Okay, so the Alliance Engineer Corps, the 103rd Marine Division, 1st Fleet, 3rd Fleet, Spec Ops Team. I don't know what the fuck this is. That's 375. The 5th Fleet, the SR2, and then 100 from all the resources I brought in. And this is the fully upgraded Normandy. What room of the ship is this supposed to be? What room did this used to be? This is like all new. They did more than retrofit this ship. Got like a weird... This used to be the science lab. This also was a... it's funny, this room here was a loading screen on the 360. If you wanted to go all the way there, you would have to get... Oh, as you can see, it's loading right now. It's loading in this other room. So... It's still here, but Your N7 is miles ahead of mine. I'm guessing because is that the multiplayer?
The Alliance has found a new Cerberus lab on Sanctum.
Is that the multiplayer, the N7? Because well, you'll how do I say this?
Commander, you've got a new message at your
I might have used a console command to give myself a bunch of multiplayer credits, and all of my N7 classes are leveled up to max and have like super gear. Playing on LE and multiplayer isn't a thing. Oh. Urgency. Flash, flash, flash. Galaxy-wide alert for all human territories. Threat condition Saber 1. Reaper attack. Earth under attack. Blah, blah, blah. I like that. You get a robot dog. This is like all the fucking, like... this is like all the pre-order bonus shit. Which if you, by the way, if you didn't have all of this for the original version of this, the non-legendary version, the original release, EA did make it all free, all of the DLC for this game. So like you could, if you have like an old copy of this on EA, on the EA app, or you can just like this has all of the DLC for free. Although I already had, I'm choking on my own spit. I had the Super Deluxe Mega Edition. I got it for like really cheap years ago.
Hey, Commander. You know, I had my doubts about the Council. But after years of ignoring your warnings, they're finally willing to step up and tell you they just can't help.
They've spent years denying the threat. You think they'd be prepared now?
I was kind of hoping that maybe they were planning in secret and just not telling you about it because, you know, Cerberus. Well, let me know if you want me to get them on the channel and then hang up on them, you know, for old time's sake.
Oh, you get it? It's like you in the old games where you could, in Mass Effect 1, where you could just, the after mission reports where you could just tell the fucking Council to stuff it. I will say, I don't like how dark it is on this version of the Normandy. I think, you know what I think it is? The original Normandy, like from Mass Effect 1, was very small and very dark. And I think part of it is because the Normandy was like a stealth ship. It was sort of, I think, meant to evoke a submarine, like a modern day submarine. You know, you ever see pictures of like a submarine? It's cramped, it's small, it's dark. Like not dark, but you know, it's not like exactly brightly lit. And I think that's kind of what they did here too in 3, in that like this ship is like halfway through its retrofitting. There's still like a bunch of cables and like boxes and shit left everywhere. But then it's also like all the consoles are these like dark orange. It's all the lights are low. You know, it's a stealth ship. It's a spaceship submarine. It's the wall. Is he here? Where is he? Is he here? There he is. There he is. It's Kaidan. And Presley, too. And all these other people who are apparently on the ship. Here we have the next generation-esque poker table. I wonder if some of those are dev names. Maybe. That's usually what I assume whenever there's like a random name for someone in a game. It's like I assume it's a dev or a friend of a dev or some family of a dev. But I do like, again, going back to how stupid that, like, this room is literally AI core. This is the AI core. Look, there's 4 massive, like, mainframe computers for fucking EDI. And the Alliance is like, it's just a VI. It's clearly a VI. Resign power bonuses. What is this? No bonus powers available. Okay. I'm gonna say it. With this mod for the textures, this game looks pretty darn good still. Like, I will say that that is a complaint that you can see across all of the Mass Effect games, all 3 of them, is that, good God, yes, some of the textures are muddy. Some of the textures are muddy and very low res. And this mod pack fixes it pretty well. Also, these guns are huge. Look at these things. Instead of AI core, there's a shitty plastic sign out of it that says air conditioning. It's the air conditioning. Oh my god, the huge air conditioning unit. For this ship of like 80 people. Oh, hey, it's the robot.
Commander Shepard, it's a pleasure to see you again.
You're the drone from the Shadow Broker's ship.
Dr. Tassoni now refers to me as Glyph instead of Info Drone 95% of the time. If you have a moment, I'd like to draw your attention to a terminal in her office. It analyzes information packages. If you find any useful data, I can research upgrades for you.
And what should I be looking for?
I'll inform you if you've found relevant data. When you do, return to this terminal for your choices. In the meantime, Dr. Tassoni would like to speak with you. Have a pleasant day.
Oh, hi Liara.
Looks like you brought more than just that drone from your ship.
A few things were necessary. I'd be a very silent Shadow Broker without data feeds.
So you have access to your resources?
What I can get. We'll need it to research this Prothean device. Until we understand precisely what it does, it's far too dangerous to use.
Did the Protheans actually complete this weapon?
You mean, will it work? They wouldn't have poured their last resources into this device if they thought otherwise.
Yeah.
But we really need to find out just what kind of weapon
But
they
the Protheans are like dumb.
We can figure out what it does later. Our priority is getting it built.
Just give me some warning before you flip the switch. People were finally starting to listen before the Reapers came. If we'd had a little more time, maybe Earth wouldn't. I'm sorry. I understand if you don't want to talk about it.
There's still a lot of people alive down there. I have to remember that.
You will. It's the war we warned everyone about for years.
I think Earth has like 13 billion people in this setting, so a lot of people there. Farron has persuaded his contacts to ship an armor mod kit to Normandy. The mini-fan can make a one-time modification to Shepard's armor, shield strength, thermal clip component. Ammo, well, shields, please.
A new notification is available on the private messages terminal.
Engineering. So this is where Battle Tits would usually be if you hired her, but there's nothing there right now, so. Hamster. I found him. Found the space hamster. Hamster. Adams.
Commander, welcome
He's
back.
he's the engineer from the first game.
Maybe you should be saying that to me.
Engineer Adams, what are you doing here?
I was put in charge of the drive core retrofits. My experience on the Normandy SR-1 made me an obvious choice.
Remember when the SR-1
what do you
blew
think
up?
Of our SR-2?
She's incredible. If there's one nice thing I can say about Cerberus, it's that they know how to build a ship. And about that, Cerberus, I mean. I owe you an apology.
How so?
Back when you got this ship, Dr. Chakwas contacted me, asking me to help with your mission against the Collectors. I refused. I didn't have your back, and I'm sorry for that.
Your alliance first.
I mean, one of those hamsters surviving 6 months inside a ship with a rework crew.
Glad to
Tough
be
we
aboard.
sod. Well, he's not a normal hamster. He's
Carry
a space
on.
hamster.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
Now you can finally go down to the shuttle bay, which was not available in Mass Effect 1. Unfortunately, there's two people back here who are just not very interesting to talk to, so... Oh my god, this is how this works. Oh, right, you buy the fucking upgrades for your... Oh my god, I completely forgot about this. Holy shit. I'm not gonna spend cash yet. Helmet. 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 I don't like how the helmet gives you a boost. Shield regeneration. Wait, did that just give me, like, give Shepard, like, nipples? Kind of. Not really. Never mind. Oh, there's your robo-dog. Yep, that's him. Oh my God, look at all these cables just in the middle of, like, places. It's dangerous. Someone's gonna trip over these cables, man. I don't want to talk to James. James is fucking boring. So, James was... I've explained it back in the end of my Mass Effect 2... back at the end of the Mass Effect 2 playthrough, I talked about it. How... So, James, as a character, was designed for two reasons. One, he is Mr. I never played the first two games. So, he's there to be like... to ask the stupid questions that someone who would know the answer if you played the first two games. And second is that at this time in like whatever year this was, 2011, something like that, 2012, there was a big push by EA and other big game companies, but EA was definitely trying to push it, to make their video game franchises multimedia. So not only was there a video game, and the video game was like sort of the main thing, but there were comic books, there were novelizations, there were animated movies, there were spin-off games. And as part of that, Mass Effect was one of those series that had that multimedia push. And I think James is the protagonist of a prequel comic to Mass Effect 3. So you would buy the prequel comic and read about it, and James would be in it, and then he's one of your companions in 3.
Commander, come to check on your new recruit.
Just wanted to see how you were doing.
Still trying to get my bearings. When I was working on the Normandy's upgrades, I left at the end of the day. I didn't even have a toothbrush or a change of clothing until I made some emergency purchases on the Citadel.
Next time you need something, just ask. You're not alone here.
Oh, it's no trouble, Commander. I'm sure you have larger concerns.
We can put in a requisition order.
My toothbrush is a Cision Pro Mark 4. It uses tiny Mass Effect fields to break up plaque and massage the gums. It costs 6,000 credits.
Okay, yeah. You're on your own with that.
In any event, I appreciate you giving me the chance to stay. Was there anything else?
Yeah, no.
Carry on, Specialist.
So, not gonna lie, that sounds good. I'd like to see more of something if I like its content. That was the idea, but it was sort of, it gets kind of, it has like a bit of, the idea of the multimedia franchise, and they also tried it with Dead Space as well. Dead Space was another franchise that also had a similar thing. The issue comes about when it ends up almost becoming homework for people, because you could be a person who, like me, didn't only played the video game because I wanted to play the video game. And then suddenly this dude shows up, and it's like, who the fuck are you? Why are you here? Why did you take up a slot of 6 companions when there's other companions I would have rather seen come back? You know what I mean? Like, you know, this fucking guy. There will be an exam on this. Yeah, exactly. One second, I'm gonna turn the. I've been trying to mess with the volumes a little bit, just because the dialogue is quiet and the explosions are loud. So actually, wait. Let me see my. I keep exiting out. Journal. Here we go. Cerberus Lab Project Priority Plebin. All is viewed. You got your codex, like usual. Military ship. I spent so many hours as a kid playing this game and this series and Dragon Age. Both had the codex, and man, I read like every single codex entry because I was a giant loser. I was one of those kids who like would read the Wikipedia for the game. Cerberus Lab. So is this here? Recover Prothean artifact? Is this our boy? Equipped with a new improved scanning pulse. Detect objects of interest. Use this. Blah 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 blah. Beware that each time your pulses, there's a chance that Reapers. You gotta flee, right? Yeah, Eden Prime. Here we are.
I found something.
Units of fuel. This is Zion. So they did take a little bit of people's complaints of like not caring for the scanning, and so you don't have to scan for resources, but there are like things on planets you can find. What did I find? Prothean data files. All right, so this is where we're going to get a companion. So this was something that people didn't like and this isn't the first game that EA did it with. They did it also with Dragon Age Origins, but there was a companion character in this game that was a day one DLC that if you didn't like buy the game day one or pre-order the game or something, you would have to pay extra. And you could argue that with Dragon Age, it felt like the companion was something that was like an extra. They were a cool companion, but they felt like they were like kind of tacked on. Like they were like extra stuff. They didn't feel as well integrated. But when it comes to this character, it seriously feels like this was a character that they intended from the very beginning to be part of the game, considering how well integrated they are into the game and the story. And then at the last moment, EA said cut them and add them as like a day one DLC. And you'll see why like it's particularly egregious, considering what this companion is.
Eden Prime. This is where it all began. Where the Prothean beacon gave you the vision that warned us about the Reapers.
Oh yeah, remember that?
And where you went up against Saren and the Geth for the first time, no?
Yes. And now with Cerberus here, Eden Prime's colonists are under attack again. Seems like more than just 3 years ago.
How bad?
A lot of dead civilians.
I remember Eden Prime, I remember.
Reports said Saren had bombs set up to wipe out the whole colony.
He was trying to cover up any evidence of the
Remember?
We stopped him.
And saved the colony, too.
There's a good
Cerberus
portion
hit
of
Eden Prime
people who
hard.
played this game
Whatever
who
they
didn't
found
actually
was
play
worth
the
a
first
major
game, which is
offensive.
kind of sad.
There are survivors elsewhere on the colony, but they killed everyone near the dig site.
We'll avenge the people of Eden Prime, but our first priority has to be whatever Cerberus has found.
Understood.
Do you have any idea what Cerberus found?
The Alliance didn't get any specifics about what Cerberus has uncovered. But whatever it is, it's better off with us than with Cerberus.
I'm bringing you in as
God,
close
they
to
said
the dig
Cerberus
site as I
like 16 times in that
can. No way
conversation.
we'll avoid detection, but you should have a few minutes.
Oh, so this is Cortez.
Understood.
I didn't talk to him because he's like kind of a pointless
All right, everyone,
NPC.
get ready to move.
He's your he's your shuttle
With luck, we
pilot.
can get to the dig site before Cerberus knows we're here.
I guess they wanted to add a shuttle pilot instead of just like a random like anonymous person flying you like in 2.
No sign of survivors. Come on, we need to find the dig site.
This was a beautiful colony once.
They came back after the Geth attack. They'll come back from this.
The city on Earth where I grew up was hard and dirty. I can see it as a war zone. Eden Prime doesn't deserve this. Look at that. Bits of Prothean tech sticking out of the ground like an old bone.
Hey, Liara, you ever find dinosaurs while you're digging around?
No, dinosaurs and other fossils would be paleontology. I'm an archaeologist. I study artifacts left by sapient species. The two fields are completely different, and... you were joking.
Hey, I just like dinosaurs.
I kind of like that interaction because it's like a combination of James is kind of a bonehead, and at the same time Liara is like still a bit socially inept.
Shepard, this Cerberus data could help the colonists still alive on other parts of Eden Prime.
How?
I can get this intel to Eden Prime's resistance. Maybe it will help them fight back. There, that's the elevator that...
Okay, so now I'm kind of afraid because I did read that there is a possibility of a soft lock and or a crash in this level. I'm hoping that maybe the unofficial patch fixes such an issue.
Goddess, that doesn't seem possible. It's not a Prothean artifact, it's
a Prothean.
a Prothean.
You mean a collector? Those things the Reapers turned the Protheans into?
No, an original unmodified Prothean who's still alive.
You're right. That doesn't sound possible.
You saw Prothean stasis chambers in the archives on Ilos. The only reason those failed was a lack of power. Cerberus found this in an underground bunker. It still has power. He's been in stasis for the past 50,000 years, waiting for us. Think of what we could learn.
Whatever he is, he's better with us than with Cerberus. Open the pod.
Of course. Cerberus
Liara
damaged the
is
lifeboat when they
probably like
excavated it.
wetting herself
The
with
life
excitement.
signs are unstable.
Then let's get him out of there.
No.
If there's
breaking
one thing
open the
this
pod
girl
would kill
likes
him.
is
We
Prothean
have
stuff.
to find the command signal that ends the stasis mode. We also need to figure out how to physically open the pod without doing more damage. Cerberus took over the labs nearby to research what they found at the dig site. That's likely our best bet.
Here comes Cerber. Alright, only an hour and 10 minutes in, and we can actually do some combat. I'm not complaining. I'm actually glad that there was some downtime. Man, they start you in a disadvantaged position here. Oh my god, the noise of the fucking Cerberus snipers are coming back to me now. Oh god. So, all this, like, creepy Cerberus shit, I wonder, is it implied that they did this recently? Like, this, like, doing all the, like, integrating Reaper shit into the Cerberus groups? Or is it a case of, like, they've been messing around with this for years and they kind of just hid it from Shepard because they know Shepard wouldn't have a good reaction to it? Because it's been 6 months from the end of the last game in Universe, so... You know, it's either been a very rapid deployment or they purposely, like, let's not show Shepard all the Reaper stuff we're messing with. I don't think they would like this. I don't think Miss Kill All the Reapers is gonna like that. Oh, I think it's remnants from the Collector base, destroyed or otherwise. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense that why it was so recently integrated then. Oh, fuck. I need someone with an armor pen on my team, or a shield pen, excuse me. I need to get someone with overload. It's absolutely a new thing. Okay. Yeah, I think it could have gone. Yeah, I would. I can accept that either way. I think it would have been. I think that's fine that they've been just like rapidly introducing shit they found from the Collector base. Oh, I'm so glad those hacking minigames are gone from 2. Those sucked so much ass. Oh, there's still combat happening.
There. That lab found footage of the Protheans. Cerberus is studying it to figure out how to physically open the pod.
Oh, I remember Shepard goes all like they see things because they touch the beacon, right? I like how they bring that back. Yeah, there you go. Oh God. Oh God, embrace eternity. Oh no.
Victory! Seal the bunker! Acknowledged.
It's gonna lurk because I gotta sleep. See ya. Thank you.
How many have we lost?
Reaper forces have destroyed approximately 300,000 life pods.
Why wouldn't the Reapers just, like, roast this planet if they know where all the life pods are here?
Alert! Northside bulkhead cannot be sealed. Hostiles detected.
Then all forces to the north.
Oh God. Oh God.
I think I can duplicate that to open the life pod.
You understood that? You didn't? No. All I saw was static. Cerberus was trying to make sense of it without success. The Prothean cipher you received on Pharos, it lets you see the images as a Prothean would, and understand their language.
Whatever it does, I saw the video, and how they sealed the life pods.
Wait, what did we see? What did we get on
Perfect.
Pharos?
Then we just need the signal they use to activate stasis mode.
We got this. Oh, what? I don't remember. I played this game like 3 weeks ago and I don't remember. They want them for more collectors, but some get melted, I think. Okay. Like, I do think it's possible that, like, yeah, some Protheans could have survived or, like, locked themselves away. But Theros was the exogeny. Right, yes, now I remember. I do think it's possible that some of the Protheans could have locked themselves away. Like, the galaxy's big enough that, you know, it's hypothetical. Like, yeah, you could find some fucking planet out in the middle of absolutely nowhere. But my thing is that, like, if the Reapers find you, if they go, oh, they found survivors here, like, they would never let up. They would just constantly, like, come back until there's nothing left. You know, they would, like, you know, just glass the entire planet.
They were gunned down while having drinks and watching the game.
Son of a bitch, this was somebody's home.
Well. Does the Thorian ever come back as, like, an element in anything? I feel like that was one of the things that was kind of like one and done. Like, I know you speak to the lady, the Thorian lady at the end in 2. But, like, and then that you can find Thorian creepers in ME1, like, afterwards, but... Not as far as I'm aware. Yeah, it's weird because, especially because Cerberus was working on the Thorian in Mass Effect 1. They were working on the Thorian and the Rachni in ME1. That's one of the things you find out. Oh, great. Now this gun that has, like, the worst spread in the universe. Oh my god, it actually makes me dizzy to fire this thing. Liara. Yeah, I like broken on this level. What's going on?
Cerberus is studying it to find the stasis deactivation signal.
Yay. Alright, here we go. Embrace eternity. That was a little early, but a little premature. Ooh, these pre-rendered cutscenes look crisp in 1080p. They look good. Whoever remastered these cutscenes for that mod, mwah, good job. Or remastered, or I don't know. How do you up-res things? I'm actually not sure how they did this mod. How they up-res textures, how they up-res the video. I don't know how up-resing works.
It won't. We will sleep here until the Reapers return to dock space. Then we will rise, 1,000,000 strong. For the Empire. For the Empire. Get to your stasis pod.
Because I'm pretty sure that this mod is, like, a decent, like, it's old, so I don't think they were using, like, AI. And it also looks good, which means it's also not AI, because AI upscaling can look really good, but AI upscaling can also look like absolute fucking dog shit.
Yeah. I've got the signal the Protheans used to activate stasis mode.
Excellent. Then we have everything we need to open the pod.
Backup forces are here.
You know what? Learning that you can pull their shields with the pull ability is like a whole new world to me of dealing with those assholes. And you might be saying, well, duh, streamer. You'd be right. You'd be right, don't worry. I feel like they have done nothing.
They've retracted the bridge. We have to find another way across.
Oh, I think we have to fight a mech here. We have to fight one of the Atlas mechs. They gave every faction has like their own big super enemy, and for the what's it called? For Cerberus, it's the mech. They were really proud of that slide animation. No! Oh no! Oh! 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 I thought I was fucked. I thought that was gonna be a soft lock. Oh, that actually scared the ever-loving shit out of me.
I'm transmitting the signal.
Perfect. It'll take a few moments for the life pod to process it.
Lots of bogeys inbound, Commander. We'll have to hold this position.
Pray to the instability gods.
Here they come.
Oh, good. Thank you, Singularity. Appreciate that. I will say that even with the shared cooldown system in this game, I think it feels a lot better than in Mass Effect 2. Oh, excuse me, my voice is... Oh, today has been like the worst allergy day I've had in years, so I've been like... I had to take like a whole bunch of fucking decongestant and like allergy pills today because I was like, I could barely see, I could barely breathe, I could barely talk. So if I'm a little phlegmy, I apologize. But as I was saying, the shared cooldown system I think feels a lot better in this game than it did in ME2 because of how you can cut down on the cooldowns based off of your weapon weight. So I feel like I'm using my abilities so much more than I was in Mass Effect 2 because they just come off of cooldown quicker. Like, I felt like sometimes I had to wait like a whole fucking week between casting Singularity and then being able to follow it up with a throw.
Looks like we got a second to catch our breath.
Wish my corner man was here. I could use an ice pack.
Has the life pod ended stasis mode?
We're almost there!
Take an opportunity to save. If the game lets me save, I will save.
There. You can open the life pod now.
Wait, I thought we had to fight a mech. What? I guess not. I swore we fought a mech here. Never mind. Normie.
There,
I haven't played this game in like 7 years.
Goddess. It may take him some time to fully regain consciousness.
Hello. Bonjour. The difficulty one could be a factor. I think I'm on normal. I don't remember even setting the difficulty. I'm gonna assume it's normal then.
Be careful, he's confused. Remember, it's been 50,000 years for us, but for him, it's only been...
a few minutes!
No. The bunker is falling. There is no other option.
There are pods online! Those soldiers are still alive!
Their sacrifice will be honored in the coming Empire. Preparing neutron bombardment. Get to your life pod now. Neutron bombardment underway. The bunker is secure, Commander Javik.
What is left of it? A few hundred people. How am I to rebuild an empire from that?
Further adjustments may be necessary. The neutron purge compromised the facility.
Clarify.
Sensors are damaged. Automated reactivation is not an option. You will remain in stasis until a new culture discovers this bunker. This may lead to a power shortage.
Do not shut off more pods! I need the few that are left!
Power needs will be triaged appropriately. You will be the voice of our people.
I will be more than that.
Why did the VI on Ilos not look like that? Well, we hadn't thought of what the design should be, let alone when you see one. I thought the excuse was that it was broken. It was like damaged and
Just
old.
you.
And like running out of power, and that's why it was all fucked up.
Understand me?
Yes. Now that I have read your physiology, your nervous system, enough to understand your language.
So you were reading me while I was seeing...
Our last moments. Our failure.
I saw what happened to your people. I know you must be grieving. But they died 50,000 years
Fair,
ago.
actually.
My
Well, that's what I
people are dying
always
right
assumed,
now.
is that the one on Ilos was all like staticky and glitchy, and that it had just been like, it was like on its last legs of power after like 50,000 years.
Human. I'm surrounded by primitives.
It's not safe here. Will you join us?
You fight the Reapers?
Yes.
Then we will see.
A living Prothean?
That's correct, Admiral. But he's not quite what we expected.
Commander, our scientists barely understand what they need to do here.
I fucking knew it. So I just looked it up. The voice actor for Javik is also the voice actor for Dr. Igwe in Prey. I knew it sounded familiar. I knew he sounded so familiar.
We've never seen a force like the Reapers.
He has, Admiral.
Can he help us?
I intend to find out.
Good. Cerberus slipped up and gave us a new weapon. Don't let it go to waste.
He's also one of those voice actors who has been in a lot of stuff. That's what it was, yeah.
Shepard, I need you
I recognize that. I'm like, he's using like the same sort of like,
I'm on my way.
giving it the same sort of, I don't know if that's his normal voice or if he's putting it on. He's also the democracy officer in Helldivers 2.
What's the problem?
I've tried to make the room more accommodating, but they're not letting me talk to him.
Apologies, Doctor. Contact protocol with a new species. Assume hostility. We had to dust off the regulations.
I think that is a very smart first contact protocol. Assume hostility.
But he's not new. I've spent my life studying Protheans.
We've never met one before. Nothing wrong with playing it safe. Should we be worried?
That depends on you. I can sense fear in you, anxiety and distress. The Reapers are winning.
What do you mean, you sense?
There's some weird transparency issues going on with Shepard's hair
All
here.
life provides clues for those who can read them. It is in your cells, your DNA. Experience is a biological
To be fair, their
marker.
first contact was with the Turians and it led to a war. Yes, fair enough.
Then what exactly did I experience back on Eden Prime? That was a hell
Humans
of a
were going
flashback.
around turning on all of the relays they found, just like switching them on and being like, ooh, relay, faster than light, faster than light, ooh.
Like your beacons.
Yes. Which?
Oh god, here it is. Oh god. The vision.
You found one. You saw it all. Our destruction. Our warnings. Why weren't they here? Why didn't you prepare for the Reapers, human?
It's Commander. And nobody could understand your warnings. The beacon nearly killed me.
Then communication is still primitive in this cycle.
We pieced together what we could, and used it to stop a Reaper invasion 3 years ago.
Then the extinction was delayed.
Oh yeah, I also blew up a
Now
relay
we
and
have
killed
your plans for the
300,000
device.
people to
We're
stop
going
them
to
again.
build it.
But we don't really talk about that because it was a DLC nobody played.
The weapon your people were working on. I'd hoped you could tell us how to finish it.
That may be the most science fiction, sci-fi human thing I've ever heard.
We never finished it. It was too late.
Then I take it you don't know anything about the catalyst.
No. I was a soldier, not a scientist. Skilled in one art, killing.
What was your mission?
Among my people, there were avatars of many traits. Bravery, strength, cunning. A single exemplar for each.
Which are you?
The embodiment of vengeance. I am the anger of a dead people.
He's such an
Demanding
edgy boy, it's
blood
not
be
even funny.
spilled for the
He's
blood
so
we
edgy.
lost.
He's got a reason
Only when
to
the last Reaper has
be
been
edgy,
destroyed
but he's
will my
also
purpose be
still
fulfilled.
edgy.
I have no other reason to exist. Those who share my purpose become allies. Those who do not become casualties.
Then I'd say you found an ally. The goal of this ship is to wipe the Reapers from existence.
But how far are you willing to go to achieve that goal?
I killed 300,000 people by blowing up a mass relay.
Lies are easy to detect, but you seem to be telling the truth, Commander. For now.
Granted, they were Batarians, so...
We found this at the dig site. I assume it belongs to you.
It is a memory shard.
A memory
Could it
shard.
help us with the device?
No, it contains only pain. But I will help you fight. And the last thing the Reapers hear before they die will be the last voice of the Protheans, sending them to their grave.
If you don't mind, I have
Liara, now's not the time.
To ask.
Here it comes.
Here it
I've written
comes.
over a dozen studies on your species. I've published in several journals that...
Amusing. Asari have finally mastered writing.
I'm sorry.
Never mind. What do you wish to know?
Liara here would never forgive me if I didn't ask you. What was Prothean civilization like?
Yes, I've always wondered. What sort of government did you have? And can you tell me about your religious beliefs, or perhaps the...
We are dead now. What does it matter?
I'm sorry. Studying your history has been a lifelong
She's
passion
such
of
a
mine.
nerd.
When I was born, our empire was already at war with the Reapers. The first thing I remember was seeing my planet on fire.
What was your civilization like before the Reaper attack?
We were the dominant race of our cycle. We ruled the galaxy.
My studies indicated you were the only race engaged in space travel at the time. I always found that curious.
We were one empire composed of many subjects. All eventually called themselves Prothean.
What if they didn't want to?
They weren't given a choice.
You guys weren't very nice.
Are you saying you enslaved the other species?
Any could oppose us if they wished. And if they had won, they would have ruled. Many tried. None succeeded.
Well,
I had no idea.
I think this
Protheans were
pulls out her
so
Prothean conspiracy theory board.
severe.
Well, she's like nerding out, and then she finds out that like they were not
Posed by machine intelligence.
they were not
rebelled against
exactly what she
We've had the same
pictured or
problem.
pictured.
They're called Geth.
We could not allow the machines to surpass us. It was decided the only way to win was to unite all organic life within our empire.
Did it work?
No.
For a time, the Metacon War, we were turning the tide. Until the Reapers arrived. Then we understood machines had surpassed us long ago, in ways we could never imagine.
What can you tell us about your own war with the Reapers?
Many of the details were lost. The conflict lasted for centuries. Those that faced the Reapers in the beginning were long dead when I was born. There were memory shards, however, passed down from soldier to soldier. They gave us fragments of what happened.
How did your people wage war against the Reapers?
Attrition. We fought them system by system, planet by planet, city by city. Entire worlds were sacrificed just to slow the Reapers down. Time they spent harvesting a population was time we could regroup.
That must have cost you in the long run.
Yes. Our own people would be indoctrinated, converted, then turned against us. But there was no choice. Mercy is not a weapon. It is a weakness.
Why did you lose, you big fucking losers?
Why do you think your own cycle lost the war?
What had been our strength, our empire, became a liability. All races conformed to one doctrine, one strategy. The Reapers exploited this. Once they found our weaknesses, we could not adapt. The subservient races became divided and confused. Then, it was only a matter of time.
I'm happy to say our cycle is different. Most races cooperate, but they still remain unique.
Then it may be your only hope.
Several years ago, we found a Prothean VI that called itself Vigil on the planet Ilos. He was the caretaker of a research project.
During my life, Ilos was only a rumor. It was said we had cities there, built on the ruins of a civilization before us, the Inusanon. If our scientists did have a research facility, whatever they were doing was secret.
Yes, Vigil said they wiped all traces of themselves from the records so the Reapers couldn't find them.
The scientists eventually went into cryogenic stasis.
More of my people survived?
No. Yes. Well, yes.
But they did stop the Reapers from taking control of the Citadel in this cycle. It delayed their invasion.
I never saw the Citadel. It was captured long before I was born.
Okay, well, we'll let this guy off the hook
Thank you
now.
for talking with me. I never imagined actually meeting a Prothean.
This has been...
So, this character...
amusing.
Oh?
To discover the most primitive races of my time now rule the galaxy. The Asari, the humans, the Turians.
There's also the Solarians.
The lizard people evolved.
I believe they're amphibian.
They used to eat flies.
She's like so fucking pissed off.
Commander, you may count on me. I am known as Javik, though I still need time to recover. The shock has not worn off yet.
I understand. This must be a hell of an experience for you. We're just glad to have you aboard, Javik.
So, it's, So this extraordinarily interesting companion that is so relevant to the lore and, like, was a fucking paid DLC, day one DLC for this fucking game. And unlike a lot, again, the reason why it's something that, okay, so one thing you can kind of tell with the companion characters that were DLC in Mass Effect 2, Kasume and Zaid, is you can kind of tell that they're sort of like in a bubble. They have almost no interaction with anyone other than Shepard, right? They don't have, like, you don't see them and interact. There's not that much, like, banter because they were made sort of separately. Where with Javik, there's much, much more integration with him in the main game. The fact that you bring Liara along, she has a ton of dialogue, but you even bring James along and he has relevant dialogue to the mission is, I think, a point towards it being something that was made for the game intentionally, was going to be part of the game, and then was cut off as DLC. Because it feels like it's got a lot, like, it feels like a natural part of this game. And when you look at the amount of companion characters you have in this game, I'm pretty certain there's only 6 companion characters in this game with Javik, which is the same amount as Mass Effect 1. And it gives you 3, essentially, like, 3 squads, you know what I mean? Like 2-2-2. 3 different, you know, mix and match squads kind of thing. And, you know, it's such a fucking despicable thing. And it was rightfully, like, you don't understand if you weren't really paying attention back then, or if you were younger or something, of like day 1 DLC, on disc DLC, all this sort of shit was such a big fucking hullabaloo back in the day. And it was like, people were fucking pissed at the fact that was something that was like something so cool and so interesting was sliced off and like sold, you know, it's selling you the burger and then asking extra for the fucking pickles.